The clock, as anybody who got the time wrong yesterday will know, is merciless. Rachel Reeves has 1 month left to decide whether she becomes the most consequential chancellor in a generation or the author of another British economic mess, a disappointment. This budget, due at the end of November, will either establish a credible path of recovery or lock Labour into a reputation as the party of tax hikes and shrinking confidence. Britain's economic position is weak. Growth remains stagnant. Reeves abandoned her plans to cut benefits and reform winter fuel payments because the political backlash was immediate and fierce. But retreat removes money from her already limited fiscal room. She must now find up to 20 to 30 billion to meet her own rules. Day-to-day spending must be paid for by taxes, not borrowing. That constraint, self-imposed for credibility, now threatens the very credibility it was meant to build. The simplest lever that she's got is the one she is eyeing, adding a penny to income tax. It raises serious money quickly, yet it risks loading more pressure onto millions already squeezed by high mortgages, energy costs and life's basic expenses. A normal worker, in Treasury language, becomes a target of last resort. Breaking a manifest promise on taxes is not merely politically risky, it corrodes trust. Ask the Lib Dems how long it takes to recover from one such breach. 14 bruising years after tuition fees. Reeves can tell a story that Britain must fix the roof, that everyone must share the pain so that the vulnerable are protected, that growth tomorrow requires sacrifice today, a sort of religious thing. But as a seasoned pollster has warned, if Labour is understood as the party of tax rises, punishment will follow at the ballot box and Reform UK will feast on the anger. It's not only income tax. Reeves plans to slash the tax-free cash ISA allowance, halving it from 20,000 to somewhere near 10,000. She wants to force capital into the stock market, revive Thatcher's old dream of share-owning democracy, but timing matters. After years of economic anxiety, pushing savers towards higher risk investments may backfire. Treasury Select Committee members warn this could undermine household confidence, restrict lending by building societies and hurt the mortgage market. It is financial engineering at a moment of fragile trust. And then there's the theatre of democracy. Reeves is today in Saudi Arabia hunting investment. Only months ago, Labour condemned the Conservatives for courting Riyadh. Now the Chancellor attends Davos in the desert with a smile and a business card. The moral gymnastics are obvious. Growth, she says, is the number one priority, however you get it. But the economic payoff from a GCC trade deal is modest. A projected 1.6 billion added to GDP each year. Worth having, yes, but not enough to define a legacy. The risk is reputational, appearing hypocritical and desperate. At home, her own policies test her alliance with business. The Employment Rights Bill extends protections from day one. That's fair and overdue. Yet small firms fear they will think twice before hiring. Rising vacancies should be an opportunity. They may instead be another constraint. So here we stand. A Chancellor pulled in every direction, a budget that must do everything at once. Stimulate growth, protect the poor, satisfy the markets, reassure business, and rebuild trust with ordinary families. These objectives collide more than they align. If Reeves raises taxes without a convincing growth plan, she will be portrayed as Gordon Brown without the boom. If she cuts investment or public services, she will look like another Austerian technocrat. If she gambles on foreign capital, critics will accuse her of selling Britain's conscience for cash. The budget will define the narrative. Is Labour the healer of Britain's economic wounds, or merely the last custodian of decline? Reeves has spoken often of iron discipline. She now needs iron imagination, boldness guided by fairness, a moral story of national renewal that goes beyond spreadsheets. Britain's patience, like its prosperity, is running short. In 1 month, the country will know whether Rachel Reeves can carry this burden. I think not. And if she fails, Reform UK, the Conservatives and every populist challenger will know exactly where to strike. Sadly, the most likely blows will be landed by Reform UK in the absence of any clear sense from the Conservatives.